Fighting Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Bellator Lightweight Gavin Hughes. Gav, how's the last few months been training during lockdown? What's that been like for you?
I've been quite lucky. I've got my own gym, so obviously I've been able to go in and start the lockdown. I could still go in and train on my own, and then but as I say, everyone's been in the same boat, so just been getting in what I could get in at the time, but not been too bad.
I know it sort of knocked this year on the head for a lot of fighters. There was a lot of cards scheduled sort of during lockdown, if you like, which then had to fall by the wayside. But for you, of course, you have only made the walk once under that Bellator banner in the Birmingham card. You were scheduled to fight Ryan Roddy, but the bout got pulled due to an injury.
Yeah.
How frustrating has it been for you to get signed to such a big promotion and then have these injuries, then a pandemic, for you not to be able to get out there as much as you want?
It's been hard, like, because I was matched for May 16th as well. So right before we got locked down, I was on camp ready to fight. But no, I had my knee up, didn't I? So my knee feels 100% now. I thought it was, but this little break's made me even realise it's just I've got a brand new knee now. So it might be for the best. I'm ready to just go out now. Do you know what I mean? I've got that 4-fight contract. So I'm ready to. I'm just staying ready now. They've said to stay ready. They could give us like 3 weeks notice, saying it looks like October. So, but I'm ready to go now.
You mentioned that as well. I know Gareth A. Davies mentioned that it's looking like London, Dublin and Milan, Bellator looking for the end of the year. I mean, would you want to be on all three of them if you could?
Yeah, to be honest, definitely. Like, I told them anyway, like, June must be sick of me messaging them, saying any news, I'm ready. Even after I had me off in December, got off the table, I was like, I'll be ready to go in a couple of weeks. Do you know what I mean? I'll be back to normal. And he said, you won't pass in your medical. But even on the February, on the Dublin card, I was like, I'm ready to go. If anyone pulls out, I'm ready to go. But you've got to be ready all the time, especially on these big shows. You get that opportunity. You've seen recently Chris Bungard, and he fought Primus. Like, I even messaged them. I said, I'm ready. I'll take that fight. I beat Bungard as well. But no, all due to all good, fair to him being ready. So obviously he lost the fight, but he's ready to go, Ernie. So I'm always ready. My coach has always drummed into me, don't ever want to be like not ready and that big opportunity comes and you can't take it. So always ready.
That lightweight division as well. I mean, it's arguably one of the strongest on the sort of Bellator roster. What's it like to be part of such an impressive division?
It's good. It's nice knowing that like there's a lot of local lads as well, so it makes the fights even bigger, you know, back home and that. Cause obviously we all know each other. We all train quite locally and stuff. It gets the fight up, you know, it talks a lot more. And it's nice seeing that you can fight like the Americans and that, and they're bringing them over like the main event and stuff and that. So the potential of Bellator is massive. Like, I'm happy with them. You know what I mean? Like, people say, would you rather do UFC, Bellator? Bellator, like, they're looking after everyone. Do you know what I mean? So I'm happy where I am. And some exciting fight there, as you said, then with the lightweight division, like, it's stacked, isn't it? With local lads, local talent. So it's nice to see these sign local lads and not just with the Europe.
The Bellator,
The lightweight division is definitely the most exciting one, I think, anyway.
That Bellator Europe is a concept itself, sort of came out really nowhere. It was after the sort of back end of the collapse of BAMA. How important do you think that's been for the sake of like European fighters having that Bellator Europe scene?
It's nice to know that you're not just going to be on like an undercard, and as you said then about like main event, there's that potential all the time because obviously you're the hometown fighter, but then you've still got that potential of flying to America. They still give you that. They've said, when I win my next 2 fights, they'll sign me to the American one. So you've still got potential of moving out to Europe as well, not just fighting local. But so it's good all around. It's like I think the one thing that's been frustrating for us, like knowing that we could do closed venues, it's not seeing it happening a little bit sooner. But there's got to be reasons behind it. Bellator wouldn't have just done that for not putting shows on. They want to try and compete with the UFC. They're trying to not be on par. They're trying to be better than them. So But I think they'll just run them week after week. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's why they said to everyone, stay ready now.
I mean, you fought all over the world as well for a number of different promotions. Where do Bellator rank in terms of the way promotions treat you?
It's obviously I've only fought for them once, but the way I was treated, and I wasn't signed then as well, and I was still treated good. I was obviously you're not there fighting yet, are you, till you perform. But like even like up to like staying in contact with you, not just leaving you. Obviously with the situation that's gone on, you can understand if they just left you and wait till everything's done. But they haven't. They've been Jude's been messaging me, letting me know what's going on. So it's the even that side of it. Like we haven't been through this type of situation before, have we? But I still feel like I've known what's going on and not just been left. Do you know what I mean? So I'm dead happy. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm at that age as well now. I need to be signed to a big promotion. And lucky enough, it's Bellator.
If we look sort of towards the end of the year as well, in terms of opponents, is there anybody you sort of got your eye on that you quite like to face in that stacked lightweight division?
There's loads. There's loads. I think I don't mind doing fights. I want them big fights. Like when you see like Henderson, Chandler fighting. I want them fights as well. I don't just want local lads. Do you know what I mean? I want the Americans. I want them. I want the biggest fights I can get them. I'm 32. I'm not getting any younger. I'm in my prime, so I want them big fights. Obviously, with my coach will say something else. He wants me to build in there, but give me anyone. I'm happy to take anyone. I'll beat some of the top lads anyway. Beat people who are in the organisation, and I'm ready to go and I'll fight anyone. I was matched with Daniel Scazzi. Sorry if that wasn't the way I said his name, but Italian lad from SBG. I was matched with him on May 16th, but never got announced because he was obviously in Italy, so he got locked down first. But that's still a fight that should happen. Even the Ryan Roddy fight, that'll happen. That should happen as well. Do you know what I mean? And I didn't like that I had to pull out of a fight because that's not me. But neither did Neo. I fought with it once on my Bellator debut. I had to fight with my knee was fucked. I just didn't want to pull out because I wasn't signed, was I? So I had to fight with my knee locking all the time. My knee just kept on locking. But I still fought and I still got that contract. So no one's seen the best of me yet. No one's seen no, I fought that last fight. Basically on one leg. My knee was fucked. Like my knee just kept on locking. Even when I was on top of him, I was on top of him in the fight. I was scared to move in case my knee locked. Because it locked for like 20 seconds. You stay locked and then couldn't say to him, stop. I need 10 seconds or do you know what I mean? It just locked and then it releases. The meniscus releases then. But I got that contract, so that was the main thing. I'm just ready to go now. But hopefully, I think it's October, they're saying now.
I know the two names you mentioned there, of course, both fighting either out of Ireland or Irish fighters. That Dublin card looking at the end of the year, would that definitely be something you'd be interested in fighting in front of a Dublin crowd?
Definitely. I was gutted that I didn't fight on was it February? I was gutted I didn't fight because I was like, to be honest, I was just training as if I was on that, even though I wasn't, in case they just give me a call and so. Because if you looked at it, there was like a lot of lightweights on it as well, wasn't there? There was a lot of lightweight lads, so I was just waiting. And every time there was a few that pulled out, and I just messaged, I'll take that. I'm ready. But I think they like that as well, won't they? Knowing I'm always ready. And as my coach Tom, we don't do camps. We just it's a life, innit? It's a lifestyle.
I've spoken to a lot of fighters over the last few weeks, and that seems to be a sort of increasingly popular theme that I'm hearing from fighters now, that they're not just doing a fight camp, they're staying fit all year round. How important do you think that is now with so many fighters doing that and making sure that they're fit year round, that more athletes are doing it to make sure that they don't fall by the wayside or fall behind and miss out on an opportunity?
I think the level's just not gone up a notch as well though. So even like you watch the amateur fights, like you can't have that break now because obviously people just go past you and get better, or you fall behind yourself. But like I've been with my coach now, it's like 7 or 8 years now, 7 years, and he's always said that. People are only just starting to twig onto it now, thinking that you can't, you don't fight and then come out of camp, because that's when you're fit and ready. That's when you get better. You shouldn't have to train. You shouldn't. Your camp's not to get fit and lose weight. People are on that now. People just always have to lose weight and get fit on the camp. You should still be learning as well, getting better, beating that last year all the time. And this is what my coaches just drummed into us, drummed into the whole team, and then obviously finally people like about 7 years later started to twig onto it. Do you know what I mean? But I think that's what's been frustrating for me, because I'm always ready to go. I'm near enough ready to go. And I've been very inactive recently due to, like, obviously the COVID and injury. And then EFC never gave me a fight as well for a good while after that world title fight. So I'm ready for a good run now. I'm ready for that, like, big, like, I've got that 4 fights. I know I'm going to get more. So I'm ready just to at least try and get 2 in this year, to be honest.
What would your take be on the Bellator Europe belt? I know Dave Green said that he's not too keen on the idea, but a lot of fighters have expressed interest in getting like a Bellator Europe belt and then potentially going and fighting in that American scene. What's your sort of views on that?
Either way, it's still a Bellator belt, isn't it? I'd like to fight in America, so I'd always want to fight against, like, the top lads, like, say, mentioning Chandler and that before. But to be honest, though, you gotta just let them run it. You know, they know what they're doing. They're the promotion. You know, we're signed to them. We've got to listen to what they think's best, and I'm happy with them. I trust them. I feel like they are or gonna be the best promotion in the world. You know, everyone will argue with UFC. I think the situation at the minute's pulled them back. Obviously, UFC have now gone that even further away from them, but I think they'll pull it back by the end of the year by just putting belters, like, boss shows on every week. I think, anyway.
And finally, Gavin, if we look forward, let's say this time next year, granted there's not another pandemic, granted there's no injury worries, where can we expect to see yourself?
With a nice shiny belt around my waist. Hopefully we'll just get a good run in and we'll just see what happens. I'm ready to go. I'm hungry, and I'm telling people they ain't seen the best of me yet. Do you know what I mean? This past year as well, I've still been learning loads, and I can't wait to show everyone, especially Bellator as well.
Spot on. Gavin, thank you very much for your time, mate.